For most of human history, moons were imagined as silent worlds, frozen rocks drifting endlessly through space, places without life, without movement, without change. When we look at our own moon, we see a dead landscape scarred by ancient craters. No wind, no oceans, no sound, a world trapped in eternal silence. And for decades, scientists believed nearly every moon in the solar system shared this same frozen destiny. But hidden deep within the shadow of Jupiter exists a world that completely destroys that assumption. A moon that is not frozen, but burning. Its name is Io. Reaching Io means traveling almost 500 million miles from Earth into the outer solar system. As you approach Jupiter, the scale of the giant planet becomes almost impossible to comprehend. Jupiter is not simply a planet. It is a colossal force of gravity powerful enough to dominate everything around it, holding dozens of moons prisoner within its orbit. And closest among its major moons is Io. From a distance, Io barely resembles a moon at all. Its surface looks diseased, covered in disturbing shades of sulfur yellow, blood red, and volcanic black. Unlike most worlds in space, there are almost no impact craters visible here. Not because asteroids never strike it, but because the entire surface is constantly melting, reshaping itself, and erasing its own past. Imagine standing on the surface of Io. The first thing you would notice is the sky. It is completely dominated by Jupiter. The giant planet hangs above the horizon like an enormous cosmic storm, filling a massive portion of the visible sky. You could clearly see the swirling clouds and the great red spot turning silently in the darkness above you. The sight alone would feel terrifying, but the view would only be the beginning. Io is one of the deadliest environments in the entire solar system. Jupiter surrounds the moon with intense belts of radiation powerful enough to kill a human within seconds, even inside a standard spacesuit. And beneath your feet, the ground itself would never stop moving. The surface vibrates constantly. The heat rising from below is extreme. Volcanoes erupt across the landscape with unimaginable violence. Io is the most volcanically active body ever discovered, even more active than the early Earth. But how is that possible? How can a moon so far from the sun remain filled with liquid fire? The answer is hidden in an endless gravitational nightmare. Io is trapped in a brutal tug-of-war between Jupiter and neighboring moons like Europa and Ganymede. As these massive worlds pull against one another, Io's entire body is stretched and compressed over and over again. It is similar to bending a metal wire repeatedly until friction causes it to become burning hot. Except on Io, this process happens to an entire moon. The solid ground physically rises and falls every day under the crushing power of Jupiter's gravity. Entire regions of the moon bulge upward by more than 300 feet as Io flexes continuously like a living object. This constant internal friction melts the moon from the inside out, creating vast oceans of magma beneath the crust. And eventually, all of that pressure explodes outward. Io's surface contains more than 400 active volcanoes, many unlike anything found on Earth. Some volcanic regions are so enormous they dwarf entire states. One of the most famous is Loki Patera, a gigantic lava lake larger than Maryland. A thin crust of cooled rock forms across its surface, but eventually the crust becomes too heavy and collapses into the molten lava below. When this happens, massive waves of fresh magma spread across the lake in a violent chain reaction of fire and destruction. But Io's eruptions become even more terrifying because of its weak atmosphere and low gravity. Volcanoes launch sulfur and superheated gas directly into space. Some eruptions rise more than 300 miles above the surface. At those heights, the freezing temperatures of outer space instantly transform sulfur gas into tiny frozen crystals. The material falls back down across the moon like toxic snow, covering the landscape in brilliant reds, yellows, and orange colors. On Io, sulfur literally rains from the sky. And yet the moon's suffering does not stop at the surface. Every volcanic eruption releases enormous amounts of sulfur and oxygen into space. Jupiter's gigantic magnetic field sweeps past Io at incredible speed, stripping this material away from the moon. More than a ton of matter is ripped from Io every second. That material becomes trapped around Jupiter, forming a glowing ring of deadly radiation known as the plasma torus. In a terrifying way, Io is slowly feeding the giant planet that torments it. The moon is burning itself apart to fuel Jupiter's enormous magnetic storms. If you enjoy exploring the mysteries of the universe, don't forget to subscribe to The Secrets of the Earth and stay connected for more incredible videos about the solar system, distant planets, mysterious moons, black holes, cosmic discoveries, and the hidden wonders of space. There are still countless secrets waiting to be uncovered beyond the stars. Io reveals something deeply unsettling about the universe. Space is not only filled with beauty and peaceful stars. It is also home to violent worlds shaped by gravity, fire, pressure, and destruction beyond human imagination. We often search the cosmos hoping to find places like Earth, worlds with oceans, calm skies, and signs of life. But for every peaceful planet, there may be countless nightmares hidden in the darkness. And somewhere beneath the shadow of Jupiter, Io continues to burn endlessly. A tortured moon trapped forever in a brutal cosmic dance. Welcome to the Secrets of the Earth.